Yo, what's good with y'all niggas, bro? Look, nigga, if you're looking for anything, spirituality, psychology, philosophy, shit, bro, even a little bit of metaphysics, you're in the right place, bro. You're in the right place, bro. In this video, bro, I want to talk to y'all about survival mindset and how to escape it. Now, if you don't know what survival mindset basically is a consciousness state that, quite frankly, many people in the world living in. It's a conscious state that is more much so a hellish state of mind. It's a state of mind where your nervous system is messed up and you just living in fight or flight. It's like every day it's like it seems as though like you just waking up to survive. You just living to survive. You feel like you ain't living a life. You feel as though like you ain't living the life you supposed to. You just, like I say, just waking up, going to work, coming home, getting a paycheck just to pay bills. It's like you living to just pay bills and you surviving or you barely surviving. If you in that mindset or you feel like that is the life you living, you are living in survival mindset. You are living in survival mindset. And another thing, bro, you could be dealing with things such as anxiety, or you just scared of the future. Like you don't know what your future can look like, and it kind of scary. You got anxiety about just day-to-day life. Like you just living in fear of like, damn, like, is my future going to be right? Or damn, like, what's next for me in this life? I don't know. It's like I feel like I just living living in a cycle, just living in a cycle. You know what I mean? And that's basically what living in survival really is. You living like an animal. You living in a very materialistic state where you feel as though like you just have to cram and scrap and scrape for every little thing in life, whereas though like money or food or just our basic needs, you feel like you gotta scrap and scrape for. And that's basically what survival mindset is in a nutshell, really. Now, how do you escape this? How do I escape this survival mode? How do I escape out of this survival mindset? Well, it's many ways you could actually escape out of it, bro. And you don't have to live life like this, bro. You don't have to live life fucking in survival, G. You feel me? There's a better life out here. And all of it start with consciousness, bro. All of it starts with your mindset, bro. Like, your mindset is how you view the world. It's like, depending on what consciousness you got, that's the lens you will see life as. Now, there's many different consciousness levels. I can show you all the shit right here, bro. It's the what y'all looking at right now is like a map of consciousness, the different consciousness states you're at. And you will see that there's three different paradigms of consciousness, bro. It's survival paradigm, what you probably living in. There is reason and integrity paradigm. That's basically a paradigm you reach when you feel as though like life starts to have meaning. Like when you reach this paradigm, life starts to have meaning to it. It's like you feel as though like you have a purpose in this life. Life starts to become more exciting. Life starts to become more fulfilling. And the number one consciousness, the third consciousness is the spiritual paradigm. When you reach this paradigm of consciousness, bro, it's like life starts to become more spiritual, if that makes sense. You start to look through life as more spiritual than physical. You understand? So it all starts with consciousness, bro. Everything starts with consciousness, G. How you perceive the world, how you view the world is all by consciousness, bro. That's how you have some people who you might feel as though like, damn, like life's so hard. And then you might look at this person and like it seemed as though like y'all might be going through the same thing in life, but they just like happier. They just got a brighter view on life. This because of their consciousness level, G. You get me? Now, how do I get out of this survival mode? You have to raise your consciousness level. That's the only way you could fucking escape this shit. You have to raise your consciousness level. Now, how do I raise my consciousness level? You raise your consciousness level through wisdom, bro. Gaining wisdom. You understand? Becoming smarter. The Bible says, my people will perish due to a lack of knowledge. You are suffering in a lower survival paradigm because of the knowledge you have. You have a low amount of wisdom. You get me? So you need wisdom to raise your consciousness level. Like, for example, when you was a child, and look at yourself as a child. You was very naive. You was very, simple as a child. But as you got older, you became more complex in this world. You started to know more things of this world. You know why? Because your consciousness level raised. Why did it raise? Because you became knowledgeable on everything in life. You started to see life for what it really was. Everything started to connect. Everything started to more so make sense. So now you raise your consciousness level. It's just like school. In order for you to get to the next grade level, you have to what? You have to become smarter. You have to pass your lessons. You have to pass your tests. And when you pass your tests, you go to that next grade. That's just like life. You need wisdom to raise your consciousness level. Wisdom is the key that unlocks freedom. And the only way you could be free is through the only way you could be free, bro, is by freeing your mind. That's the only way you could be free. Is by freeing your mind. You understand? So get wisdom, bro. Gain wisdom. Gain wisdom. Now, how do I gain this wisdom? You gain this wisdom through life, bro. Let me tell you something. Life gives us lessons every day. Everything in life is either a lesson or a reward. You understand? But until you look at life as that, you will forever be stuck. Because most people look at life in a very simple way. We feel as though life is just, it is what it is. Stuff happens to everybody. It just is what it is. That's life. But it is life, but you looking at it in the wrong way. Let me tell you something. Life is just about lessons every single day. Life gives us lessons every single day. You just have to learn from those lessons. You understand? You just have to learn from those lessons. Now, say for example, you in a consciousness state of desire. You desire things. You desire money. You desire women. You desire material shit. Whatever. You just desire shit. Now, life will probably, because of that, life will probably give you, let's say for example, life will give you financial problems, right? And you like, damn, like why I got so much financial issues? Why I, like money just is repel me. It's because life is trying to show you that you don't need material possessions. You don't need material possessions to feel a sense of wholeness because you desire. See, everything happens for our greater good, bro. The universe wouldn't put situations in our life to degrade us or put us down. Everything is for our greater good. Even the bad things is for our greater good. Don't look at the bad things in life as bad. Look at them as challenges, bro. Because that's simply what they are, challenges. And you have to overcome those challenges to get out of those challenges. You know what I mean? Bro, you may feel as though the situation you're going through is painful and like you can't get out of it. But I can tell you this, bro. Pain is life's greatest teacher. Deadass. Pain is life's greatest teacher. You can't learn anything in this life without going through pain. You can't become smarter. You can't become wise without going through challenges. That's how you become smarter. You understand? And life is giving us these challenges every day, but we don't look at them as challenges. We look at them as the world against us. We look at them as, oh, why all this happening to me? And that could be, you know, coupled with the fact that you are living in survival, you're living in a victim mindset. You're living in a mindset of, oh, everything just happening to me. Everything, it's like the world against me, like everything wrong with life. But that's just a part of living in survival mindset. You know what I mean? You living in a victim mentality, but you gotta escape that shit, bro. You can't think that everything in this life happens to you. Everything in this life happens for you. Everything in this world, everything in this universe, it happens for you, not to you. You understand? So remember that shit, bro. Whatever it is you're going through, it's happening for you to learn a greater perspective on just life in general. You understand? So I don't know what situation you're going through. Everybody going through different shit, but you just have to analyze why you going through the situation. You know, analyze the situation, bro, and go within your mind and say, well, why am I going through this? Okay, this is why I'm going through this. Okay, how could I prevent this from happening again? Okay, cool. What did I learn from the situation? Cool. And through that, you gain wisdom. And that wisdom you gain will upgrade your consciousness level. And because your consciousness level is now going up, your physical reality will go do as it will change just as your mind, because it's our mind that creates our reality. And that's why you got some people who like been in the same situation their whole life. Is like, even probably even you, like you probably been like, damn, like I've been in the same situation for like my whole life, and it's like no matter what I do, it's like nothing changing. It's because you ain't learning, bro. Whatever situation it is, you're supposed to learn from it. But because you ain't learning, you will not progress in life. Let me tell you something about life, bro. Life will give you the same cycle of tests until you learn it, bro. They will keep giving you that forever. They don't care, bro. They will keep giving you it forever until you learn from it. For example, you may be like in a relationship, and it seems as though every relationship you get in is like you get cheated on, or like, you know, they talking bad, but you are like, it just ain't a healthy relationship. It just feel like damn, why every relationship I get in, it never worked. Like I get in the same person but in a different body every time. That's because you are going through a karmic cycle, bro. The universe is trying to teach you a lesson, but because you ain't learning, it's gonna keep repeating, keep repeating, keep repeating. The universe is trying to probably teach you that, you know what? I probably shouldn't look for love outside of myself. I probably should look for love within myself. I probably should just love myself instead of trying to look for that in other people. That's what the universe is probably trying to teach you. But because you ain't learning, because you ain't understanding, they can keep giving you the same shit over and over again. Because, bro, we came to this world to create and evolve. That's the whole point of us coming to this earth. That's the whole reason God or the universe or whatever you believe in, that's the whole reason they put us on this earth, is to create and to evolve. And if you ain't evolving, what the fuck you doing in life, G? You see what I'm saying? You're supposed to evolve every day, become a better person. You get me? That's the whole point of this shit, is to evolve. But when you don't know that, and you just going through life willy-nilly, going through life fucking willy-nilly, you will never progress, bro. You will never evolve. You see what I'm saying? Bro, life can keep giving us challenges all day. That's the point, bro. That's how you expect to become better by not challenging yourself. You feel me? How do you expect to become better by not challenging yourself? So your mind will change only as much as your mentality changes, only as much as your consciousness changes. You understand? So yeah, bro, that's one of and probably the most important way to get out of survival mode. But there's many other ways. Now, another way you could escape survival mode is to reshape your mind. You have to get rid of negative thoughts, negative emotions, negative speech, and negative action. Our reality, it just conforms to us, to who we are inside. See, most people live life on the outside in, but you're supposed to live life from the inside out. You're supposed to live life from the inside out. And if we go by the universal law that our mind creates our reality, and if you continue to think negative thoughts, and because see, everything starts from thought, bro. Our thoughts create emotion, and then our emotion creates action. You understand? So everything starts from your mind, but if you continue to think negative thoughts, you will breed negative emotions. And when you continue to breed negative emotions, you will breed negative action and even negative speech. And what the Bible say, life and death is in the power of the tongue, bro. So if you continue to speak negative thoughts, speak negative affirmations, you are basically creating death in a way. Literally, you're creating death. So if you was a person who just thinks negative thoughts all the time, you will continue to live a negative life. You not knowing that you're literally manifesting a negative life because you continue to think negatively. And everything starts from our thoughts. So if your thoughts are negative, your emotions will be negative. And if your emotions will be negative, your actions will be negative. And if you breed negative actions, what else? You will breed a negative life, Gene. So everything starts with your thoughts. So stop thinking negative thoughts. You may be like your situation you going through. You may be going through a bad situation, and instead of you thinking positively about your situation, you think negatively. This is why I tell you, bro. Everything is your mind. Your mindset is everything. Your consciousness level is every fucking thing, bro. Because, like I said before, everything in life we take life challenges as, you know, pain, or it kind of is that, but we take it as a negative. But see, your mind, whatever mindset is, yeah, whatever mindset you got, that's what will correlate to that. So if you have a negative mindset, you will breed negative thoughts, and then you will just make your situation even worse. But if you have a positive mindset, you have positive thoughts, you will get out of that situation and become a better person. You understand? Let me tell y'all niggas something, bro. Maturity don't come with age. Maturity comes from experience and learning. That's why you got some niggas who 30 years old still acting like they 16. Because they just ain't learning shit. You feel me? So, wisdom is the key to life, bro. Knowledge is power, bro. Literally, bro. Knowledge is literal power, bro. You get me? So, that's another one, bro. Stop thinking negative thoughts. Stop having negative emotions, because they will only continue to manifest in your reality, and when your reality will only become even more negative, bro. Now, another reason is this one may be kind of complex, but just stick with me. Another reason not another reason, but another way you could escape survival mode is you have to take your mind out of this 3D reality, this 3D dimension. Now, if you don't know what I mean, just stick with me. This a 3D dimension, this 3D world is basically the earth. Solid objects. This world we live in, the trees and the buildings and all of this shit, all this shit right here, this is a 3D reality. Now, what do I mean by you have to escape your mind out of this 3D reality? How do I escape my mind out of this world? You have to take your mind and release your mind from material possessions. That is how you escape this 3D reality. Because let me tell you something, our mind, we was taught us from kids and going on is, get a house and get married and make a lot of money and have a job, whatever. Basically, keeping your mind stuck in this 3D reality. You keep your mind, like I said, you keep your mind stuck in this 3D reality by material possessions. Now, let me tell you this. Material possessions won't make you happy. They won't fulfill you. They won't do any of that. No matter how much money you have, you can always want more. No matter how much gal you got, you can always want more. It's a never-ending cycle. You understand? And until you realize that, you will forever be stuck in this 3D reality. You know what niggas be like? You stuck in the Matrix? That's basically what that shit is. This 3D reality is the fucking Matrix. But you have to, until you escape this Matrix, you will forever be in a hypnotic state. And the way that you get out of this hypnotic state, you have to release your mind from material possessions. Stop caring about money. Stop caring about cars, clothes, whatever. All of this shit, this material shit. Stop caring about it, because if you continue to keep your mind on it, life will be meaningless. That's why people be like, oh, like life has no meaning, or like there is no purpose in life, or whatever. Or I feel as though my life has no purpose, because your mind is stuck on material possessions. broski, there's more to life than than material shit. It's material shit. Material things can't fulfill you. They can't make you whole because they're dead material. They have no life in them. You understand? They have no life in them. So if you continue to put your mind towards this material shit, you will continue to be on the path of being lost, being meaningless. You feel me? You have to expand your mind. When you leave your mind inside this 3D world, it's like you putting your mind inside a box. It's like you putting your mind inside a whole box when there's a whole world outside of this shit. You feel me? When there's a whole world outside of this shit, bro. So take your mind take your mind off of these material possessions, bro. And when you do that, your mind will automatically expand. Your mind will seek greater, if that makes sense. Because you ain't feeding your mind material things anymore. Your mind kind of is like, it starts to become so bored that it seeks greater meaning, if that makes sense. Because like I say, they program my mind to think that meaning is in material things, making a lot of money, having a big house, all of this shit. But so our mind was programmed to find meaning in material things when material things have no meaning. That's why it's an endless race, endless rat race. But when you release your mind from this shit, bro, your mind will look for greater. Your mind will look for a greater purpose, and it will find that. You don't have to like stress about. You don't have to like force it. Your mind will automatically seek greater. It will find it. You don't have to force it. Your mind knows what to do. But it can find it, bro, and you can seek it. And once you do that, you will raise your consciousness level. You will start to realize that all of this dumb shit don't even matter. You understand? So, yeah. Now, I know I say that show is the last one, but bro, this is the last one for real. But look, the last thing I would say that you would need to do to escape survival mode is to unblock your root chakra, bro. Now, if you don't know what the chakra is, this basically the chakra system right here. The chakra system basically is energy points in our body that correlate to certain factors in our spiritual life. Each energy center correlates to different things. But if you don't know this if you want to know about chakra and shit, watch my older videos. You can see that shit, or just study it yourself. But boom, root chakra. Our root chakra is our lowest chakra, and that chakra deals with groundedness, feeling grounded in this world, feeling safe, feeling secure. You understand? And when you're living in survival mode, what do you feel? You don't feel secure within yourself. You don't feel safe. You don't feel grounded. You understand? So that would mean that your root chakra is unbalanced. It's blocked. So what you have to do to unblock your root chakra, you have to ground yourself. How do you ground yourself? You go in nature. Now, if you look out in nature, right? If you look out in nature, what do you see? You see a bunch of trees, you see a bunch of grass, you see a bunch of birds in the sky, you see all types of stuff. What do you see? All of that is abundance. You see abundance. So the earth within itself is abundance. The earth within itself is secure. So now what you have to do to feel secure, what you have to do to feel grounded is to connect with the earth. Go in nature, bro. Go in your backyard. Go in the park. Go around trees and just put your feet in the grass. Take your shoes off, your socks off, and just walk in the grass. Put your feet in the grass. You understand? Do that. Do that I would say do it every day, but if you don't got the time, try to do it as much as you possibly could. Because when you do that, you ground yourself. You start to feel more safe. You start to feel more connected to the earth. And you feel more grounded. You will feel less stressed. You'll feel less anxiety. You feel me? That's all it is, bro. You just gotta ground yourself, make yourself feel safe. So, yeah, bro. That's really all it is, bro. Like, all it is, shit that I said in this video, bro. you could do it, bro. You could escape this fucking endless cycle, this survival mode, this survival state, this state of endless pain, this state of hellish mindset. You understand? You could do it, bro. You just have to take every day one step at a time, bro. Take every day one step at a time. Don't try to rush this shit. Don't try to like be hard on yourself. Just go with the flow of life, bro. Go with the flow of nature, bro. And they can guide you on the right path. They can guide you on the right path, bro. Just practice meditation, practice mindfulness. Get rid of your negative thoughts, like I said before. You understand? And even to get rid of your negative thoughts, you could just practice because I know it's kind of hard for some people to just stop thinking negative thoughts because they don't really have control over their mind. But practice mindfulness, practice clearing your mind every day. Just try to silence your mind. Once you learn to silence your mind, is when you start to have control. You understand? So yeah, bro. That's really it, bro. Once you do all of that, bro, you can be good, bro. So yeah, bro. Thank you.